Yo, welcome to the LEETZORZ show, episode 23. I'm back. It's been about 2 months or so since the last episode because of college and everything else that's been going on. I sprained my ankle. Yeah, so that's why I've been off, and plus we've never really had the time to do the show. Okay, whatever. A few of you have been asking where this game show has been, or when the next video. I've got another channel called Oliver and Sadie. I've said it several times now, but apparently people don't go there. But yeah, I post not daily videos, but a few times a week on there. So if you ever want to see what I'm on to, that's what I'm up to on there. So yeah, that's just here. You click there if you want to get to that channel, and subscribe because then you can see what I can do. So today, this game show, we're going to talk about, well, I didn't plan to get this. No, I didn't plan to talk about this because I recorded another game show before this, but the sound didn't record properly, and this came in the post while I was recording it. So now it's the next day. I've played on it, as you can see in the background. Been playing on it a lot, basically. So yeah, NBA 2K11, I'll talk a bit about that. Talk about Dead Rising 2, I've had that for a week or so. And the Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, not 2, demo. Yeah, so yeah, that's that. Dead Rising 2, let's start off with that, as you can see. And I've got the Dead Rising 2 t-shirt that came free with it for some reason. Basically, it's not a game that focuses much on the story, or it's mostly like a Left 4 Dead kind of game, but not a first-person shooter. It's like just kill zombies for the lulz. There is a story in it, but you're not gonna care about that if you're actually playing the game. To be honest, I mean, the story is that the government's coming in 2 days or something, and you've been accused of the zombies outbreaking into the mall and this, like, around the mall and everything, just kill people. So basically, the story is to try to prove you're innocent because everyone thinks you're guilty, that you did it. So yeah, that's the main story. But there's side tasks within the story where you can like save people, like you see around, or like little boss battles with civilians and kind of things like that. But the most fun thing about the game is probably the multiplayer, to be honest. Terror's Reality, I think it's called, where you basically put with 4 people. Well, you're in a 4 group and you're against each other. Basically, you've got 4 challenges, I think it is. One of them's basically the first level of the game, where you just run over zombies with chainsaws on your bike, and you get slices and how many zombies you get. If you get the top zombies, you win. Another one's where you run them over and you get the blood and then spit it into a mouth. That's probably the best one I've met. Another one where you put clothes on the zombies, and the last one's where you snipe zombies and you can like get targets, which are like bonus points, and they all add up together at the end to see who's the winner. Yeah, that's probably the best bit about the game, but it's not a game of the year type of game, but I'd give it like an 8 or something. It's got alright graphics, but there's still a few hitches there, like jumping over stuff and jumping into stuff, and a few annoying things such as when you when you've got people around you you've picked up along the way that they have to follow you. Basically you have to press triangle, like saying if you go from the mall to the outside, that's a whole new area because it's a loading screen. But if they're not right close to you, then they're gonna get stuck behind and keep dying, which kind of sucks. They can't just like transport over. I mean, I know we're trying to be realistic, but it's a zombie game, so it can't be realistic. So don't know why they did that. Another thing is when you like look at your watch, that doesn't stop zombies actually getting you. It don't like pause the game or anything. So you want to see what time it is to give some zombie breaks to your children or your child. The zombie can still get you. You know, whatever. So that's Dead Rising 2. NBA 2K11. I'll talk a bit about this because I haven't played that much. I've only had one day on it. So basically the main thing about this game that is hyped about is Michael Jordan, you know, because he hasn't been in a game since 2001 or 3 or something. I mean, you could create him, but it won't be authentic Michael Jordan. So basically in this game they've got Jordan challenges, which is like recreating the Jordan, what he did in his career, which is what he's remembered for, the best things he's remembered for. So like hitting the game winners and doing that switch your hands thing against the Lakers. So yeah, doing stuff like that. The gameplay is kind of changed a lot, so you can't like. There still is a few glitches or cheeses that I found online. Even though in the 5 matches I've actually played online, I've won them all. Yes. But yeah, there's still a few things like this guy, Denver Nuggets, I went against the other day. He would run into, like, say it's point guard against point guard. He'd run right past the point guard, like go into the, say like I've got LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony. He runs into LeBron, and then Carmelo automatically like runs into the paint, and he can just like forward pass, like, and there's no hell defense at all, and he just goes straight, and he can just like dunk it, you know. They'll probably fix it, but you know, there's still a few things there. So I can't really tell a full review, but probably next week I'll tell you a full thing on it. So yeah. Next one coming on to is Castlevania Lords of Shadow, which is basically the good 3D Castlevania, because all the others have been rubbish apparently. I've never played a Castlevania game. I know about them, but I haven't played them. But this is a good game. It's like a God of War, Dante's Inferno. You have a whip and you're doing square, triangle, X, circle, you know, the generic God of War thing. But the story is more based on the Dante's Inferno thing, as you have a wife that's dead and you're doing everything basically for her. The story is to get your wife back, which is Dante's Inferno, I think. I haven't played Dante's Inferno, but from the demo, that's exactly the same storyline. But good graphics for a multi-platform title, I have to say. It's not Uncharted. I mean, you still see like jagged edges a bit, but like the rain and the surfaces and textures, everything is pretty good. So Castlevania is, I'd probably get, if you have the money, I'd get it, but since like loads of games are coming out for the next 2 months, there's a lot of things that take priority over Castlevania, to be honest, well, in my opinion. So yeah, that's the end of the game show. Maybe I'll have the Assassin's Creed 2 beta, no, Brotherhood beta next week, so maybe I could talk about that. So that's the end of the game show. As you can see, all the posters I've got, they're pretty cool, are they not? Gurren Lagann. So yeah, adios, subscribe to the other channel, see you later my peeps.